Yo, what's good, guys? This is the future Chazman talking. I'll get back to the present or the past Chazman to watch episode 3. But I just wanted to take this moment because it's actually the 1st of February today. Now, some of you guys might be absolutely sick to death of me mentioning my Patreon every video. It's in the comments, it's in the description. But there are times where I don't get it across enough. Some people are still, like, disappointed I miss out their favourite scenes and stuff. So, considering it's the 1st of February today, it means that my Patreon has refreshed for the month. It refreshes on the 1st of every month. So if you signed up today or in the next few days, you'll get, like, the best out of it because you'll get more time to it. So let's say if you signed up on the 25th of January, the second billing is always on the 1st of the next month. So it's a bit pointless signing up on the 25th because then you'll only have 6 days worth of my content. Whereas if you signed up now, this is why I'm doing this video, it's on the 1st. I might do these little intros on the 1st of every month. I might try and upload a YouTube video or a reaction to whatever series I'm watching on the 1st of every month, and then put something like this at the beginning of it. So this won't be at the beginning of every video, just the ones that I post on the 1st. Just to remind you guys that now's obviously the best time because you get more time, you get more content. But yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Just Patreon's refreshed for the month. So yeah, it's up to you. Obviously, I'm not trying to force anyone to sign up, but it's the option for full reactions and movie reactions is there. Not a lot of people know that I actually do movie reactions as well on my Patreon. So if you would like me to watch a film of your choosing, then you can just select the movie tier. If not, you can just choose the early access and full reactions tier to watch my full complete reactions to whatever TV show that I'm watching that you're interested in. So yeah, cool. So I'm going to let Chazman, the past Chazman 24X, take over. And here he is. Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to another American Horror Story Freak Show reaction. This is episode 3. I'm going to do a small recap just because we're still a few episodes in. We've only watched a couple. I think the biggest thing was Meep being killed and then his body being, like, dumped off of the police car at the end, or a dump truck in front of Jimmy. And then all the, like, everyone came out of their tents to see what was going on, and then they could all see Meep. So the plan originally was Jimmy wanted to frame the new guy, Strongest Man, the world's strongest man or something was on the name of his truck. But yeah, Jimmy wanted to frame him by putting the badge inside of his trailer, but the guy saw him do it, so then he flipped it and then put the badge in Meep's trailer, like where Meep sleeps. And then the police searched everywhere, and then they found it, and then they took Meep away. And then we saw Meep getting, like, threatened up close by the inmates. He had to share, like, a cell, and everyone thinks that he was the actual killer who's going around killing people in the clown outfit. I'm not sure how Meep would match the description of the clown killer, but I guess because Meep is technically a freak, so, like, people would just look at him and just instantly blame him for doing something like that. So they took it upon themselves to, like, I don't know what they did. I think they just beat the shit out of him, and then the police didn't really care because obviously in their eyes Meep's killed one of their sergeants or constables, whatever his name was or rank was. So they didn't care. So then they went to go wrap his body up in whatever it was, and then they dumped it off at the circus or freak show. And yeah, that was the end of that. And Dandy as well, he's taken a liking to the clown. I knew he would take a liking to the clown, but I didn't know, like, it would be that severe. I didn't know he would be obsessed with killings or the capturing of people. But he also found the severed head. I believe that's what he saw in the bag, because that's what the clown pulled out later on to the 8-year-old kid. He was like, he was holding the head by the hair, and then he showed the kid, and then the woman hit him on the head with the plank of wood. So I believe that's what Dandy saw. And then Dandy was like intrigued, so he followed him to his lair. And then he captured the woman trying to escape. He was like, "Oh, poor girl, what's wrong with you? Are you hurt?" Like acting all compassionate. But then really, he flipped the switch, picked her up and said, "Clown, you're going to have to be a bit more careful if you want to have fun." So, yeah. Dandy's like some spoilt brat, big house, like a huge mansion, a mother that just doesn't discipline him properly, gives him whatever he wants when he's bored, cooks him meals. He doesn't like any of the meals that are cooked. It's just complaining, man. He's just complaining about everything. But yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen with Dandy and the clown. No idea. Maybe they'll team up. I don't know. I mean, two's better than one, and they don't both seem to have the same mindset, but obviously the clown is like a little bit too deep into it. Dandy can, pull out still. But if he goes on to kill anyone, then yeah, he's a piece of shit like the clown is. I don't know who the clown is though. I want to know who the clown is. Oh, actually, there was a bit where the woman captured, she hit him over the head, and then his mask almost like dropped off. He has like a separate mask for his mouth, and it was like he had like 3 or 4 teeth. There was like loads of like phlegm and saliva. It was like all green and stuff, and he had to pop it back on. But yeah, that was like kind of disgusting. But I'm intrigued to know who the clown is. So obviously whoever it is has a really disfigured mouth. Maybe it could be someone at the freak show, but we haven't seen anyone with like a weird kind of mouth yet, unless they're still to be introduced. But I think it feels like everyone's already been introduced. But I don't know, we're only 2 episodes in. Anyway, I might even begin. Okay. This one's called Edward Mordrake, Part 1. And I plan to watch 2 episodes as well, so I should, if the second part is called Part 2, it should be a good little wrap up. But anyway, Edward Mordrake, Part 1. Name means nothing to me, I've never heard of it. So, I don't know. Let's go.
Dr. Mansfield?
Miss Hemmings, have you met my lab assistant, Ms. Rothschild?
Spalding.
She may be my brightest pupil yet.
Oh, that's not true.
Emma Roberts as well.
What's this over here?
The conjoined liver of famed Siamese twins Chang and Ang.
Just a liver? How much is that worth?
$5,000.
That's fascinating.
Jesus.
Have a lovely day.
You as well.
Coney Island's a little cold this time of year. How about Florida?
I get it. 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 So now those two, Spalding and Emma Roberts, are now what, on the hunt for freaks to sell them $5,000 for a conjoined liver. Holy shit! What are they gonna get for 2 hearts from Bet and Dot? 4 livers they had. They had a shared respiratory system or wherever it was. Okay, things about to get interesting. I can already feel it. I love Halloween episodes in American Horror Story.
It's those kids from Jupiter. No trick-or-treating because of the curfew.
I thought they caught the guy. Some circus performer.
Don't walk off. Fuck. It's like, what is it? What's that film? Mike Myers?
He was real.
It's Halloween, Jesse. There's clowns everywhere. Now, come on. Let's go get some more candy with these kids. I swear, I'll never understand that girl. I find clowns delightful.
There he is. Yeah, saw him. Idiot. How can he cross the road so, like, blissfully?
Give it to me straight. How long will up?
Anywhere from 6 months to a year.
Well, shit. Ain't nothing we can do, huh?
Keep the meat to a minimum. And don't take a single drop of alcohol. That'll only accelerate things.
Come on, Ethel.
Why we don't perform on Halloween on accounts of Edward Mordrake.
Who? Edward Mordrake.
Hey, whoa!
Aristocrat.
What are you doing, Ethel?
Lived in the middle 1800s.
You better not drink that. She don't care, does she? Ethel doesn't care. I guess she's dying anyway.
So what was wrong with him?
He had another face on the back of his head, hideous as a devil. No one else could hear what it said, but it whispered to Edward incessantly of things only spoken of in hell.
Was that what we saw in at the beginning?
It was telling him to do things, commanding him. One night, Edward escaped asylum.
Whoa! Fuck.
One Halloween night, Edward snipped. He murdered every freak in the troupe.
Oh shit.
Then he hung himself. Legend has it that in death, the demon face was smiling.
If any freak performs on Halloween, they summon the spirit of Edward Mordrake and his demon half-face.
Once he appears, he never leaves alone. That whispering face will choose one more freak to take with him back to hell.
What a bunch of bunk.
Shit. That's sick. I like that.
Your mother might be afraid of you, but I'm not.
Clean up this mess made.
I work for Miss Gloria.
Don't know how I feel about this. Spoilt fucking brat. Oh, is he making a clown outfit?
I'm not a customer. I'm looking for a job.
Here? You made a mistake, believe me, you don't belong here.
I came all the way from Philadelphia. My name is Mystic Miss Esmeralda. I'm a fortune teller.
Mystic Miss No, it ain't. Bollocks. She's the one from the beginning. She got a different wig on. She wearing wigs.
You are a fortune teller.
I didn't choose the gift, Elsa. It chose me.
Show me, Esmeralda. Tell me my future.
This is interesting. What if she actually is like a fortune teller? Oh, she ain't. You're gonna be a star. You're gonna be a really good singer.
It's your song, Elsa, and it's the most heartbreaking music I've ever heard.
How does she know all this?
I'm cheering now.
She must actually be... How did she know that, though? She looked around the room and saw a music note.
Get more satisfaction from a doorknob.
Whoa.
Kissing my boots. I deserve some goddamn respect. If it wasn't for me, you'd be in the gutter. Get your paws off of me, or you'll never see me again.
Nice one, Desiree. Stand up for yourself. He's a piece of shit, man. He tried to kill Jimmy when he was a kid. Prick. I think I got a feeling who this might be.
Oh, you gonna kill me? Go on, do it. Just like I thought. You couldn't have possibly killed those people. You don't have the guts.
Shut your pie hole, Dora.
Oh.
Or I will kill you.
Really? Then kill me. Go on.
They hate you, Dora.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you!
Believe me, boy, I hate you too.
She must be being paid handsomely. The maid.
I can't wait for Halloween to be over. All the kids jacked up on sugar.
I'd rather that than have him watch TV. I swear, Dragna is going to be the downfall of American culture.
Where's the girl? Oh no, I knew it. Where's the little girl?
Say it. Master Mike, I promise to do all your chores for a week.
What happened? Where's your brother?
The clown took him.
Just like that, the clown took him.
A clairvoyant has sworn to me that a very important gentleman will be arriving very soon to reinvigorate my career. So I must rehearse some new material.
Who's the bloke coming? When did this happen? Is that what Madison told her in the crystal ball?
Then walk those long legs up to the piano. And you, pick up those drumsticks and start banging.
Edward Mordrake could appear. I kind of want him to appear, to be honest. Sounds kind of cool. That's jokes. I like the green mist, man. That's cool. Is he gonna take her to hell? Oh, I can hear whispering. Whoa. Who the fuck is that? Ah, she knows, innit? She knows it's Mordrake.
There are questions which must be asked, as indelicate as they may be. And you must be candid. If you lie, it will know.
Okay. Fuck. Come on, Ethel. I don't want this to be the end of Ethel. I started to proper like her this episode.
That was the biggest thing to come out of Baltimore since Wallace Simpson. You know, she landed herself a monarch. I ended up with something else. Dal.
Oh, that's Del. Jokes.
When you returned to the States, what happened?
Ooh. What happened, Ethel?
Grab some peanuts on your way in, sir. Thank you so much. Step right up, folks. It's the marvel of the century.
Oh.
A live freak birth. Something like you've never seen before. Right before your very eyes. A live freak birth. Right this way, sir.
Look at his hands. It's a monster. Oh.
2 bits to hold the monster baby. 2 bits. Would you like to hold him, sir? 2 bits. You man, hold the monster baby. It's a freak.
That poor boy.
Oh, he's crying, look.
Thank you for your pains, dear lady. I'm sorry you had to relive any of this.
I relive it every day.
Whoa.
You take me to hell with you. I deserve it.
Not the one.
Not the one. That's kind of cool, though. He listens to people's stories. What is it? If they deserve to go to hell, they'll go? I don't know how that works, but that is cool, man. I like it.
More fun.
Oh, fuck. Deary me. Deary me. That was a sick episode, man. I love that. I swear, every Halloween episode that happens on American Horror Story, I fall in love with it. I don't know why, but every Halloween episode, like Murder House, Asylum, Coven, every Halloween episode is sick. Like, I love it. I think this one's my favourite. There was like a myth or a superstition playing anything on Halloween night summons Edward Mordrake and his little clan of dead people. And I don't know, he must sit down with you and be like, tell me your story or something, and then the face on the back of their head judges whether they should be taken or not. That's sick. But who are they going to take? Edward Mordrake. Because he disappeared. Maybe he's like going around each tent questioning everyone whether they're ready or not to go with him. Maybe he's going to pick the person with like the worst crimes, or is like the worst person there at the moment, maybe at the freak show. I can't think of who's done the worst. Maybe Jimmy for killing the police officer and then getting everyone to hack at his corpse. That's all I can think of. I don't think anyone else has done anything that bad, in my opinion. But yeah, I wonder who he's going to take. But yeah, that was another very, very good episode. And there's a part 2 as well. Maybe part 2 will be better than part 1, but that was very good. And Dell is actually Jimmy's father. I thought it was just like a stepdad kind of thing, or they were boyfriend and girlfriend whilst Ethel had Jimmy when he was young. Because all we saw was Dell trying to suffocate Jimmy. And that's all we saw. Like, that's why I thought it was just like a stepdad thing. Because a dad, I would never think of someone of doing that to a kid. I wouldn't think of it as their own kid. That's fucked up on a different level. Like, that's your own kid and you're trying to kill it just for crying too much. But then we saw how he acted, selling tickets to a live freak birth. Like, anything for money, in it just goes to show Dell's literally in it for the money. But then he twisted some guy's neck just to keep Desiree, or to take her, because she was actually a prostitute, I'm sure. And then he just got too attached to her, and then he killed one of her clients. I don't know what's going to happen. Ethel's like proper drinking whiskey and shit after the doctor told her not to drink it because it would just speed up the process of her dying. She's been given 6 months to a year. I don't know, it just seems like her world is collapsing a little bit. Once she got told that she's got only 6 months to a year, she's probably like, oh fuck it, whiskey. Like, I'm gonna die anyway, so why should I live without things that make me feel better? Why should I live in this pain almost, you know? And then she had the whole thing with Edward Mordrake. Maybe she'll be a better person now because she wasn't chosen. And she spoke to someone about her problems. Maybe that's like a turning point for Ethel. Maybe. Because I don't think she's ever spoken to anyone about it before, and it's must have felt good to get it off her chest, even though it was to like the wrong kind of company. Like, Edward Mordrake was completely judging her on her answers, because she could have been taken to hell, but she wasn't. It's got to be someone though. Ethel said it in the story, like, Edward Mordrake, basically, he doesn't fuck off. He has to take at least one person with him. What else was there? Oh, the guy and the girl. I don't know their names. I think the girl was... I think it was Esmeralda. So she's like... What's the word? Integrated herself into like the community by saying she wants to work for the freak show. But actually, her and his goal is to get freaks. I think like kill them, because she was like, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for murder. But the guy is like solely for the money. He wants like the individual parts that will pay more to him from that museum. But he was a little bit busy with a guy dressed up as a Viking. And then he pulled off his pants and he looked... It's almost like he was looking at his knob and then said, wow, so what? He's got a big knob? Why not just... I mean, if you want to make money that bad and you want to give weird artifacts to this museum, why not just cut off your big knob? Have that put on display for about 10 grand. Fuck all this nonsense. Nonsense with the freaks and the freak show. You don't want to kill any of them. Oh, actually, I could predict whether or not it will happen. I don't know, because I didn't see the guy really get that involved. He was just having whatever it was he was having with that guy in the hotel room, and she was kind of like nervous on the phone. So she may have second thoughts, but I didn't see enough. I didn't see enough to judge. If he was at the freak show, the guy, the doctor, whatever his name was, the fake doctor, if he was there as well, like trying to manipulate, I'd be like, okay, maybe he actually can't get away with this. But because he was in a hotel room doing something completely different, then I don't know. I don't really know what to say on that one. The whole clown shit with Dandy, it's hard to say, because it does, at the end there, he does seem like he's in the same mindset as this clown killer, but he just couldn't kill the maid of his house. He was going to, he really wanted to, but he couldn't, like something stopped him. I reckon, I don't know what's keeping him back from killing the maid, because it clearly shows he doesn't respect his mother at all. So something's holding him back. Maybe he has got a bit of morals, but then again, he's like prodding a huge stick with a knife attached to the end of it, prodding a fucking 8-year-old trapped, locked up in a cage. So, I mean, he has morals, but some like weird kind of morals, man. He kills, but he doesn't kill, but he likes to torture. That's like, it's almost as bad. But yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen with that storyline, because it's not really fused. Only episode 1, Dandy and the mother came to the freak show to watch, and then they bargained for the Siamese sisters, saying they'll pay 15k. But that's it. That's the only time they've like interacted, and now it's almost like a side story. I feel like the main story is the freak show, and I feel like Dandy is a side story, and the killer clown is a side story, but their stories have kind of fused together. I guess I'm just waiting for every story to fuse together. I don't know, before I like say anything else. But yeah, sick episode. I might even leave it there. I feel like I've mentioned everything that I picked up on. If I haven't mentioned anything, I either didn't find it important enough, or I don't know, I've forgotten about it. But yeah, hopefully I've highlighted all the key points, but I might actually leave it there. So thanks guys for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this reaction to episode 3, you can watch the full reactions to episode 3 over on my Patreon. You can also watch the full reactions to episodes 1 and 2 on my Patreon as well. You can also watch the full reactions to Season 1 Murder House, Season 2 Asylum, and Season 3 Coven. Every episode is on my Patreon in full. And I've also got an early access feature on my Patreon, which is I upload feature episodes earlier in advance on my Patreon over my YouTube schedule. So I've always got like 2 or 3 episodes ahead on my Patreon. And every episode is in full as well, not this 10-minute bullshit about getting copyright striked if I go over 10 minutes of footage used. So yeah, that's just there. It's always there. Patreon's just there. So if you ever fancied it, then sign up. You can cancel it straight away as well, by the way. So you can sign up to my Patreon and literally cancel it and still have a whole month access. Depending on when you sign up though. Or you'll have the remaining of the month. So if you sign up on the 10th and you cancel it straight away, you'd still have like 20 odd days to watch my stuff. And I think 20 odd days is enough, to be honest. If you're here for an American Horror Story, then yeah, that should be enough. Anyway, that's enough of that. Oh, early access feature. So it should be episode 4. Episode 4 will definitely be on Patreon in full. And as always, they'll be writing up here somewhere, telling you what else is on my Patreon in full. But yeah, cool. I'm going to go. So I'll see you for episode 4. Take it easy.